At 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, United States President Donald Trump's reciprocal tariffs are set to take effect, escalating the ongoing global trade war. This marks the latest step in Trump's long-standing promise to impose tariffs on U.S. trade partners, a policy that has already caused significant disruptions in stock markets and raised concerns for businesses worldwide. Some tariffs, including those on steel and aluminium, have been in place for several weeks. However, on April 2nd, Trump unveiled what he termed his Liberation Day tariffs, which target dozens of countries and sparked sharp drop in stock markets. The move has raised questions about the future of globalization and free trade. Despite concerns from some of his supporters, including hedge fund CEO Bill Ackman, who called for a pause in the tariff escalation to allow for negotiations, Trump has made it clear that he intends to move forward with the measure. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt reiterated that there are no plans to delay the tariffs, even as more than 70 countries have reached out to begin discussions.
As you have heard from various administration officials, myself included, there have been nearly 70 countries that have reached out to the administration last time I checked, but again, I hear the phones are ringing off the hook. There are foreign leaders who want to fly to Washington tonight and get on a plane to negotiate with this country, which shows you the leverage that the president is using. It shows you the rest of the world needs the United States of America to do business with. Israel, obviously, yesterday, you heard a public statement from Prime Minister Netanyahu. The president has detailed his calls with the leaders of Japan, in South Korea. We are going to prioritize our allies and our partners around the world first when it comes to these negotiations, and the trade team will be divvying them up again to make tailor-made trade deals around the world.
Analysts are resigned to the tariffs going ahead as planned. Experts predict that this will lead to higher prices for consumers and increased business uncertainty. The stock markets are likely to fall further, and economists predict rising prices, although the exact extent remains uncertain. The most significant impact will be felt in China, where tariffs on Chinese goods could rise to as much as 104% in response to retaliatory measures. Experts warn that high tariffs could effectively cut off all Chinese exports to the US, pushing China to seek alternative markets in Europe and Southeast Asia. This would have ripple effects on global economies, especially in regions reliant on trade with China. In response to the US tariffs, the European Union and Canada have announced countermeasures, while countries like Japan, South Korea, and Vietnam have refrained from retaliating and are in ongoing negotiations with the US. The outcome of these talks will be closely watched in the coming weeks as investors seek clarity on whether Trump's tariffs are a temporary tactic or the beginning of a long-term shift in global trade.